Welcome to this BVTV Spotcast coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision, and I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. This is number 3 in the Sales Today Trilogy with the author of this book. We'll talk about it in a minute. Welcome for the final time to Alex Dripchak. Hello, Alex.
Malcolm, great to be here as always. I'm sad this is our last session, but it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to our last topic.
Yeah, Alex, sadly, our last part, because I love talking about selling, but we're going out with a bang. Your book states 100 skills. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm going to ask you to select the top 3 that you suggest my BVTV Sales Today audience concentrates on first to improve their sales professionals. Now, I know it may be hard to select 3, but they can always get the rest when they buy the book, can't they? So what's your 3?
That is very true. It's quite the narrowing down. So I'm going to try to give a consistent theme here for what I think is probably most impactful. Now, of course, I have the ranking there for what's most important. So this will be somewhat in line with it. But I think if I'm doing kind of a reverse countdown of the third most important, second, first most important. So I would say third on this list would be making the client's life easier. And then closely aligned with that would be being easy to help. So this could be sending out sample RFPs, because chances are you have gone through more of these processes than your client has. So sending out a sample RFP helps them on the front end, and it also kind of stacks the deck in your favor a little bit. But pre-filling out different forms or even testimonials. So if you're asking for a testimonial, give them a framework to fill in to make it easier. Sample survey data, industry roundtables I really love. Just think of where you can really simplify and streamline your client's existing day-to-day. So I think that's probably where to start on making their life easier and being easy to help.
Yeah,
and I think if you
that's the contrary to the buyers thinking, how are you going to waste my time today?
Exactly. So if I can help save you an hour, 10, 20 hours in your day, that's crucial. Yeah. And I think that dovetails really well actually into the next one I was going to mention, which is it's number 4 on the list, which is give to get. So go first, give first, do first. Don't expect them to, be interested in your solution. See how you can offer them help. Figure out where you can make the biggest impact on that individual, personally, professionally, or that organization. So that's where you really start to approach them and not with your solutions. And I'll actually read some of them from the book of really what to consider when you're making a big impact. So what clients can I introduce to their business model or cause? What potential candidates do I have that could fill key positions for them? What partnerships do I have that could benefit their business reach? How could my company benefit from their work or their word? You got to be a little careful there about quid pro quo, of course, but think about that. And then how could our company synergies be best served working together? So those are 5 to kind of get people started. Yeah. And I would say
I love introducing people to other prospective clients or somebody in the buying profession that they may not know that they can have a peer-to-peer with. That to me is the same, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, and that can get you eons further than any great solution. I don't care if your solution saves millions of dollars. At the end of the day, if it impacts your pocket, people are going to have a different perception. I've helped people get jobs in tough times, and by God, do they remember it? Yeah. So that's vital. I would say last but not least is really asking effective questions, mastering that question process, because the old adage is if you say it, it's sold, but if they say it, it's gold. So how do you really prime your prospective partner client to understand the solution, feel comfortable with it, and want to build forward? So how do you really establish that? And I think if I'm going really old school here, I think it was Galileo who said, you can't teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself.
Yeah. I knew one sales manager who was notorious for kicking his salesperson under the table because that particular salesperson would, not let the buyer talk. It'd be and another thing I want to tell you about the product, or just as the buyer's about to say something.
That's a surefire way not to be have people interested in you. So I think that old adage, 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them proportionally. That's a good framework to abide by.
Yeah, now that's a really old one, Alex. So sometimes the old ones are the best, And this is the book. Let me just remind our audience, first of all, of your URL, your website address. Now, viewers, obviously, you can see it on the screen behind me, but for listeners, let me spell it out. It's all the W's, 100, and 100 is in numbers, 100, salesskills.com, 100salesskills.com. This is the book, 100 Skills of the Successful Sales Professional, published by Business Expert Press. And I've loved reading this book, and it's staying beside my bed so I can dip in and dip out and just have a little bit of pause and thought. It really is good. And I've been in sales now for 50 years, but never mind. It curates so much great thinking, around 27 books in one book. Get it, and you'll be forever dipping back into it. The trilogy has been about the successful sales professional and what they need to be doing today and their skills. I trust it, and my guest, Alex Dripchak, has given you the enthusiasm and impetus to ensure that you are amongst the best of those professionals. Thanks, Alex Dripchak, for a very insightful trilogy.
I appreciate it, Malcolm, and I am beyond honored to hear that I am your bedside reading. I hope that has nothing to do with putting you to sleep, just that it's close to your heart and close to your professional success. So thanks a lot, Malcolm.